Listen to this very carefully, because it's no coincidence that you're here. Have you recently felt a strange pressure in your chest or a calmness you can't explain? It's not tiredness. It's your soul reacting to something important. Someone with great influence has set their sights on you and has the power to open doors you thought were closed forever. Stay with me for the next few minutes, because today you're going to understand why your prayers have finally been answered and what you must do right now. Sometimes we walk through life thinking we fight our battles in complete solitude. Surely it's happened to you. You're in your room or amidst the noise of work, and you feel like your prayers are simply bouncing off the ceiling. But today I want you to take a deep breath and allow yourself to receive a different truth. The spiritual world is moved by your perseverance. It's very likely that you've experienced a different feeling in your surroundings today. There's a protective presence around you, a force that has been watching your every step, especially those you've taken with fear or doubt, unsure if you're on the right path. This spiritual guidance we share isn't for everyone. It's for people who, like you, have decided to stop ignoring the signs the heavens are placing before their eyes. Let's talk about something very specific that's happening right now. There's someone who holds a solid position and has great decision-making power. Someone who, under normal circumstances, wouldn't be deterred by just anyone. However, this person has been deeply drawn to your essence. It's not something physical. It's that light and integrity you radiate even when you think no one is watching. I know your first reaction to the unknown might be skepticism. Perhaps in the past you've let opportunities pass you by because you thought they weren't for you or that it was too good to be true. But this time, the message is direct. Change is often scary, but we can't let that fear block us from accessing support that already has our name written all over it. Before we continue, I ask that you make sure you stay connected to this channel. Never let another message meant for your spirit pass you by. Subscribe to this channel right now, because every day the angels have a specific word for your life. And if this message touched your life and you wish to express gratitude, the super thank you button is available below the video. It's not a donation. It's an act of spiritual thanksgiving. The angels honor every gesture made with faith. Did you know that last night, perhaps in a dream you can't quite recall or in a subtle detail of your routine, you were already being warned about this? If you're here watching this video, it's because you've decided to listen. If you feel these words resonate with what you're experiencing today, I invite you to acknowledge that connection by writing, "I accept my guidance," in the comments. It's a simple way to tell your consciousness that you're attentive and present. Don't let the distractions of daily life pull you away from what's about to unfold. That influential person didn't come into your life by chance. There's a very ancient spiritual bond between you. Though it may seem hard to believe, what's about to happen is actually a reunion of purpose. Perhaps you were once someone else's support, and now life, in its perfect balance, has decided it's your turn to receive that support. That person's interest in you didn't come out of nowhere. It was a guided impulse. A sudden thought of you took their breath away, awakening a familiarity they can't logically explain. That same thrill they felt is the signal you're receiving now. This message has been carefully guarded to reach you at the precise moment your heart was ready. You have passed the test of patience. But there is something even deeper. The true power of this encounter lies not in the material, but in the transformative capacity this connection brings to your daily life. His eyes have been searching for you for a long time, far beyond months or days. Stay calm and breathe slowly. You're just one step away from understanding why your story needed this shift today. If you feel ready to let go of the old and embrace this new, supportive phase, share the phrase, "I'm ready for my change." By doing so, you send a clear signal to your spirit that you've stopped running from your own destiny. That person the heavens have placed on your radar brings with them something that is rightfully yours, a blessing that has been waiting for the perfect moment. That support you've longed for has an exact time to manifest, and that moment feels ever closer. When your essence crossed paths with this influential person, whether across distance or even through a screen, they experienced an impact they couldn't ignore. It wasn't your appearance that stopped them, but your vibration, that calm energy you radiate. Feeling your presence, they remembered a part of themselves they thought they'd lost long ago. They remember that life still holds answers for those who don't give up. It's important for you to know that your timeline has been under constant protection. Those moments when others try to dim your light, the times you were the target of unfair criticism or situations you didn't deserve, have been observed. Yet here you are, maintaining kindness in your heart despite the scars. This upcoming recognition is a testament to your ability to keep shining. But remember, opportunities of the Spirit require our full attention. There will be no shouting or pressure, only a gentle whisper guiding you toward a state of greater well-being. Have you recently noticed waves of emotions you can't quite explain? Perhaps moments of joy that seem to spring up out of nowhere, followed by a profound sensitivity. Your spirit has already sensed this shift is near. Your soul perceives it long before your mind can process it. That person who may have been hiding their interest because they didn't know how to approach you had a moment of absolute revelation where everything else stopped and your image was the only thing that remained clear. A small sign in their surroundings confirmed that it wasn't their imagination, but a real calling. They observe you with profound respect. It's curious, because even though they hold authority in the outside world, they feel a kind of healthy awe when approaching you. They sense that you are the missing piece needed to heal their own story. You are the answer to their unspoken pleas, just as they hold the keys to the doors you need to open today. It's an exchange of blessings orchestrated with astonishing precision. Don't think this message is for someone else. It's for you in this very second. Many silent messengers have worked to align the threads of this encounter. If you feel an unusual warmth, or if your heart beats with a different rhythm while listening to this, it's confirmation that you're not alone in hearing a story. You're remembering a profound agreement that you're being accepted long before this moment. Just when you felt your strength beginning to wane, the heavens decided to break the silence. Someone is calling your name with respect today, asking for a sign to take the final step towards you. If you feel that peace within, I invite you to write in the comments, "I recognize my path." By doing so, you allow your being to attune to this frequency of hope and resolve. If you feel you've reached your limit, listen carefully. There's immense power in simply being willing to receive. Sometimes a small gesture of openness, like deciding to become part of this faith community, is the signal you're waiting for. Confirm you're ready for the next level. Your intuition is already telling you yes. It said that when someone aligns their will with the right guidance, changes begin to manifest naturally in a very short time. Don't let doubt hold you back. Stay present in this reflection. It's crucial to understand how this help will arrive. Don't expect fanfare or ostentation. These people will approach simply, almost in a whisper. They won't come with worldly force, but with a discretion of what is genuine. This is your true test. Will you be able to recognize support even without unnecessary embellishment? The miracle won't knock loudly on your door, but will wait patiently for you, with a heart full of faith, to decide to open it. You've experienced strange coincidences in the past, but perhaps you were too busy to notice their significance. This time, I urge you not to distance yourself. This connection has been sent to help you achieve your goals. There's a talent within you that you haven't yet fully explored, but this person has already seen it clearly. They saw you surrounded by a protective light, and that image deeply moved them. What they seek from you has nothing to do with superficial interests. What they long for is to reconnect. There's a shared history that transcends time, and that today seeks to close harmoniously. You possess a clarity they need for their next stage, and they, in turn, are the light that will clear the obstacles from your path. If you're still here listening, it's because your readiness is genuine. How would you feel knowing that this person is willing to shift their priorities just for a moment of connection with you? They've already made the decision within themselves. This message is a green light they've been waiting for. By receiving these words, you're initiating the encounter at this very moment. Someone connected to your same frequency has felt a change in the atmosphere, even miles away. They have understood that something has shifted in their favor. This is how perfect timing works. Your name is present in the spheres of light. Every one of your tears has been witnessed. Those tears you shed last week didn't fall into vain. In the deepest silence of your home, when you felt no one was listening to your pleas, the heavens were listening. This upcoming encounter is not a coincidence, but a direct answer. You have been seen, and action is already being taken on your behalf. To seal this moment and show that your eyes are open to what is coming, I invite you to write in the comments, I trust in divine timing. That influential person has finally seen you for who you truly are. Perhaps for a long time you carried the feeling of being invisible to the world, but today I want you to understand something fundamental. You weren't lost, you were simply protected. You were shielded from misguided glances and careless hands until the right soul appeared, someone with the maturity to value your essence and help you restore what others, in their carelessness, try to break. This spiritual connection is already underway. If it feels like it's been slow, it's because the path sometimes encounters noise and interference. But today the landscape has completely shifted in your favor. Your soul, perhaps weary from searching for answers, can finally find a safe haven. A renewed hope is palpable because, at last, you're allowing yourself to recognize your own inner strength. That positive change that has been hovering around your life, waiting for a sign from you, receives your acceptance today. What you are experiencing is a profound opening on your path. When we reach this clarity, it is a reminder that well-being is meant to flow. Consider for a moment sharing this light with those around you. Sometimes, a gesture of spiritual generosity toward others acts as a multiplier of your own peace. Heaven deeply values it when we extend a helping hand to others, and in turn, it strengthens our own capacity for growth. Reaching this point in your reflection hasn't been easy. There have been distractions and moments when you were close to looking away. However, the fact that you're still here is the clearest proof of your perseverance. There's an ancient promise about your life. You're destined to meet someone who will return a part of yourself that you thought was lost years ago. This person possesses a wealth that transcends any social standing. Their true fortune lies in the depth of their soul, their truth, and their capacity for recognition. You have awakened in the memories of a peace they thought they had forgotten. It is revealed to us that, in their quietest moments, they have spoken your name without even knowing where that impulse came from. They seek you out amidst the crowd and in the silence of their thoughts. Because of their spirit, you are not a stranger, but a sacred bond that has taken human form. However, for this encounter to materialize in your daily life, they await the definitive sign from above, and heaven, in turn, awaits your willingness. Your question of whether there is truly someone listening to your prayers has been answered today with absolute clarity. If you feel this connection is real and you're ready to allow this reunion to happen, share the phrase, "I open the door to my destiny," in the comments. It's time to stop hiding and let the light find you. You're hearing this because you possess the gift of free will, and divine support deeply respects your choices. That's why we patiently waited for you to pause, take a deep breath, and decide within yourself that this is truly your moment. Can you feel that warmth in your chest right now? It's like a hug that comes from within. That feeling is proof that you've crossed a mental threshold that was previously blocked. You've progressed much further than you realize, and the best part is that there are still wonders to discover on this path. Your spiritual protection remains steadfast by your side, acting as a constant advocate in the higher realms to ensure that your voice and your desires are heard with absolute clarity. If you feel this comfort is for you, I invite you to write in the comments, "I accept my place in heaven." By doing so, you strongly reaffirm your will to walk toward that encounter, which already has the support of God. It's possible that in recent days loneliness has felt heavier than usual, or that you experience a frustration of feeling your efforts are invisible to the world. If so, I want you to know something important. Your name has been spoken with respect in the divine presence. There has been a tireless defense of your destiny, protecting you even when others tried to lead you astray. There was a special plea in the realms of light for you to be given a new opportunity, holding your well-being in loving hands, waiting for the precise moment your heart was ready to understand that this is your time. When you finally make contact with this highly influential person, what you receive will be far more profound than mere external support. You will experience the awakening of a part of yourself that has been dormant for years. This connection will return to you a vitality you thought you had lost. Their words will have the power to quiet your mental chatter, and their voice will sound strangely familiar, like an echo of something you already knew intimately. When your eyes meet, you will feel the surroundings transform, because this is not an ordinary encounter, but union forged long before time began to be measured. It is, in essence, a sacred reunion. I know this message comes at a crucial moment. Just 72 hours ago, you were very close to giving up. Perhaps you thought there was no point in waiting any longer, and made a heartfelt plea. If there really is something more for me, send me a sign. That prayer was received with absolute clarity. For that very reason, the necessary threads were moved so that these words reach you before you decided to close the door on your own blessing. Now you can understand that it wasn't your imagination. You never asked for too much. You were simply reclaiming that deep connection your soul always silently remembered. The approach of this transformation is so tangible that you can even sense it while you rest. The signs have begun to manifest in the most everyday details. A melody that seems to follow you, a name that appears in the most unexpected places, or a landscape in your dreams that you feel you know perfectly. These are not fantasies. It is your spiritual memory reclaiming ground as the veil of doubt fades. Even that influential person has already had glimpses of what their shared future with you will be like. In a calm moment, in the simplicity of their own routine, they had a very clear mental image. The peace of shared home, moments of joy, and a harmony that feeling of absolute connection is not a dream. That person surprised themselves by wondering who this being was that appeared in their thoughts, not yet realizing it was you. Your souls have already recognized each other long before reason can process it. That vision you had was like an advanced blessing from above, a small preview of the harmony that is about to manifest in your daily life. At this point, the choice before you is simple yet powerful. You can choose to return to the noise and distractions of everyday life, or you can choose to pause consciously and accept this new path with a whisper of gratitude within. That small gesture of acceptance will resonate with incredible force on higher planes, giving the final signal that this person is waiting for to make their presence felt in your physical reality. If you feel this is a calling your spirit has been waiting for, I invite you to write in the comments, "I accept my sacred encounter." By doing so, you allow the light of heaven to clearly illuminate the next step in your story. Over the next 7 days, you'll begin to notice the fabric of your reality shifting. Don't expect dramatic changes. The healing of a heart that has endured much is often subtle and delicate. You might see a name repeated, a coincidence that brings a smile to your face, or an unexpected message that arrives precisely when you need it most. These aren't coincidences. They are the precise coordinates of your new direction. Walk with the certainty of someone who knows they are protected, leaving anxiety behind. Remember that opportunity will gently knock at your door, but if you choose to open it, your entire world will be transformed. Here we enter a point of profound revelation. That influential person has been observing your light from afar. They have marveled at how, after all the battles and pain you have carried, you still stand with an integrity that defies all logic. They wondered, how is it possible that this soul maintains such brilliance? The answer is that you have never been alone. You have had an invisible yet unwavering support. And now, that same message reaches them. The time for merely surviving is over for you. It is time to begin receiving. If you feel deep within your being that this is your moment, declare it firmly by writing, "I am ready to receive." By putting these words down, you are sending a clear signal to break any sense of delay. You are reclaiming the peace that is rightfully yours. Take a deep breath and let your heart fill with this truth. What is coming is not an accident. It is a return of everything you thought you had lost, but now multiplied in wisdom. Tonight, while the world rests, you may feel a gentle vibration of wholeness in your chest. It's not something external. It's your soul feeling whole again. That sensation is a handshake with your destiny. At that very moment, the necessary threads will be in motion for you to receive a simple yet meaningful message. This upcoming communication will be simple, but it will be filled with a feeling you'll recognize instantly. You won't need to decipher strange codes. It will simply feel like coming home after a long journey. It's important for you to understand that they, too, have felt fear. Even though they hold positions of influence, they hesitated. They were afraid you might think their interest was superficial or a mere trick of fate. They remained silent so as not to interrupt your healing process, respectfully observing as you close your own wounds. This person, despite their resources, has discovered that outward success can be a heavy burden when the soul feels empty. They, too, have crossed their own deserts and have understood that your spiritual strength is precisely what they need by their side. Heaven asked them for patience, waiting for the moment when you were truly ready to be seen without masks. That waiting period has ended today. The signals that were once lost in the noise of daily life now begin to shine with absolute clarity. Intervention has been carried out so that, from tonight onward, the connection between their frequencies will be undeniable. We are at the moment of truth. This is a final push you are given before this gift manifests in your physical reality. The instruction is clear. If your heart opens, your paths will naturally converge. The windows of providence open for those who choose to trust despite their doubts. If you choose to take that step of faith today, prepare yourself. It is very likely that tomorrow, in the early hours, you will receive a direct sign through an everyday means, a message from someone who, although they may seem new to you, will feel like a long-time acquaintance. That person will approach you with humility, with words that seem to stop time. They might say something as profound as, "I feel like I've been searching for you for so long. Can we talk?" In that instant, your heart will leap, and the question of whether this is real will cross your mind. That's when you'll receive that little spiritual nudge you need. My advice is to respond. Do it because your being has already recognized that frequency. From that first contact, you'll see how the obstacles that were blocking your projects and your personal stability begin to crumble, allowing harmony to return to your life. However, the most valuable thing won't be the change in your external circumstances, but the healing that will occur in the encounter. You will be able to talk for hours, sharing the lessons of the past and the purposes of the future. Together you will find those pieces of your identity that you thought were lost. We are assured that when that person speaks your name with complete sincerity, the last tensions that oppress your heart will be released. You will once again experience what it means to feel truly valued. If you still feel a trace of uncertainty, stop for a moment and ask yourself, why have you stayed listening until this very moment? With so many distractions around you, you stayed because your spirit knows this message was designed specifically for you. Now you stand at the final decision point. Will you answer this call? Will you dare to finally open the door to that miracle for which so much work has been done in the realms of light? This is a defining moment. If you choose to ignore this sign, the moment will simply fade into the everyday noise. But if you step forward, the most profound surprise prepared for your personal story awaits you. You are about to find someone who will honor you and see you with the same purity with which you have always been loved from above. Feel the peace that surrounds you right now. Listen to that whisper of hope that arises within you. The instruction to close this cycle of preparation is simple. When you feel that special connection during the night, simply say softly, "I am here." That small whisper is your contract with perfect timing and with the strength of two souls destined to restore each other. This reflection returns to its origin. Everything depends on your will. You have the power to embrace your own well-being. You are the one who holds the promise of a new stage, supported by an invisible protection and by that influential heart that already beats in harmony with yours. The door is no longer just before you. At this level of consciousness, the door has already been opened. All that remains is for your feet to dare to cross the threshold. This isn't about exhausting physical effort, as no further sacrifices are being asked of you, but rather a sincere commitment. By saying yes, whether in the stillness of your mind or with the strength of your voice, you activate an immediate response in your surroundings. You won't have to wait months. The energy of your openness is a key that unlocks what doubt has kept locked away. We are left with a very clear lesson. You don't need to fight anymore. What you need is to trust with renewed intensity. This message doesn't try to convince your intellect. It seeks to awaken the memory of your spirit. That person whom destiny had prepared for you has been observing you from a respectful distance. They have admired your ability to rise after every fall and the nobility you maintain despite the difficulties. Interestingly, your strength inspires immense respect in them. Sometimes they are afraid to approach because they want to be sure that you truly wish to be found. That is why they have sent subtle signals, small coincidences, to see if your inner self would respond. Tonight, the connection has been definitively solidified. There is immense joy in the higher realms because you have finally stopped running from your own good. At this very moment, that person, regardless of the physical distance, is experiencing a positive stirring in their heart. Your decision today is transforming the atmosphere around you. That is how powerful the invisible thread that binds you is. Over the next 7 days, you will have an extraordinary experience. It might be a glance in the mirror where you recognize absolute peace, or the feeling of a warm presence beside you in moments of silence. Do not fear the inexplicable. It is confirmation that your paths are merging into one. You might feel a sudden warmth in your hands or a deep emotion that arises for no apparent reason. It is the heavens making sure you don't overlook what is truly happening in your life. This moment we are living is sacred and will not be repeated in the same way. You have before you a fundamental choice. You can allow the old habits of fear or disbelief to regain control, or you can embrace this new frequency. Heaven deeply respects your freedom, but windows of opportunity do not remain open forever. This is truly your first real beginning. I invite you to place your hand on your heart right now. Allow these words to seal your new destiny as you repeat them to yourself. I accept my path. I am ready for the encounter. I recognize my worth. As you speak them with conviction, something ancient and powerful will awaken within you. After completing this reflection, you will notice how your reality begins to manifest in a different way. At this point in your journey, a vibration of victory is felt in the higher realms. It is as if the celestial courts are being informed that you have finally chosen trust over fear, passing the test of waiting. Throughout this time of apparent silence, you were never forgotten. You were simply undergoing a process of deep preparation, strengthening your spirit so that you could bear the magnitude of the blessing that is now coming into your life. Feel how the atmosphere around you has changed. There's a vibrant energy, a force that wasn't there just a few days ago. Your moment isn't for next year or for the distant future. It's now. Very soon you'll understand why that influential person didn't appear sooner. It wasn't human obstacles that caused the delay, but resistance on the spiritual plane. There were energies that feared your light, because they know that when you and this person unite your purposes, the healing you will generate will impact not only your lives, but also your surroundings for a long time. The day they discovered you, they felt an immediate yearning for purpose. However, there were attempts to sow doubt and distraction to prevent this connection from being complete. But this is where the true miracle happens. Despite the setbacks and the moments when you doubted yourself, you remained open-hearted. You didn't give up. And today, you become the protagonist of this restoration. To anchor this progress in your daily life, the heavens invite you to an act of spiritual generosity. By sharing this hope with those around you, you release a frequency of progress that not only helps others, but also places an unbreakable seal upon your own peace. Expressing your gratitude, for example, by leaving your mark on this message, is much more than a simple interaction. It is a sign of reciprocation for the divine favor that has already been unleashed upon your home, your well-being, and your deepest dreams. Just 48 hours ago, a decision was made in the realms of light to unleash a new wave of well-being upon you. This entire flow of harmony hinges on a single door, and that door is you at this very moment. That influential person is preparing something for you. It might be a note or a message they've hesitated to send for fear of not receiving a response. They wonder if you'll believe them. Because deep down they feel this is a unique opportunity they're not willing to let slip by again. Allow yourself to be the sign they so desperately need, projecting your peace and inner security. The reunion is imminent, and the restoration of your story will be complete. That sense of loss you both experienced in the past was devastating. But today the situation has completely changed. There is immense protection surrounding both of your names at this very moment, sheltering you in a light of hope. We are reminded with authority that everything necessary will be done to bring about this union, but respect for free will is sacred. There will be no intervention without your consent. Therefore tonight, before rest overtakes you, I invite you to speak these words gently but with absolute firmness. I give my permission for this good. I am ready for the miracle. I am ready to meet the one who has carried my essence in their spirit. Let harmony manifest now. By expressing this, you are not casting words into the void. Your thoughts will resonate deeply on the higher planes. Your disposition will be registered, and over the next 7 days, you will see your physical reality begin to align with this new truth. If you have remained attentive to this point in our reflection, it is because your soul has already made a decision, even though your mind is still processing the magnitude of what is approaching. This message isn't just a distraction. is an activation of your purpose. The person you're about to meet will not only recognize who you are, but will validate your path, your efforts, and even your moments of vulnerability. They will see everything that others have chosen to ignore. And instead of walking away, they will stay by your side with reverent respect, because they will know with certainty that you are the answer to their most sincere search. When this encounter occurs, you'll notice the world feels different. Colors will seem more vibrant. Time will pass with a calm you've never known. Your rest will be truly restorative, and joy will flow naturally. When the divine ordains a connection, nothing is forced or artificial. Everything simply falls into place with perfect harmony, as if the pieces of a puzzle have finally found their perfect position. You are being asked not to let this moment pass you by. Don't treat it as a distant possibility or a mere maybe. This is the moment of your definitive yes. The second life resumes the course of what fear had halted. This person may not look exactly as you imagined, or their first words may not be perfect, but if you look beyond the surface, you will see the glimmer of recognition in their eyes. You will feel that invisible thread that binds you, healing every trace of the past. Finally, you will understand that you weren't just waiting for someone else, but for this new version of yourself, the courageous version that dares to trust and is ready to receive. Right now, a profound restoration is underway, reversing every delay and every misconception that made you feel forgotten. The heavens have been silently waiting for you to take this step. That defining moment is now. Well-being, genuine connection, and your life's purpose are right here. That influential person whose soul longs to see you smile from the deepest peace is much closer than you imagine, waiting and asking that this be the beginning of a shared story. Don't let this moment get lost in the noise of everyday life. Don't ignore this calling as you did with previous signs, because this time your inner self has already recognized the truth. There is a palpable pause in the universe, awaiting that yes that springs from the depths of your being. If you decide to accept it tonight, I assure you that in a very short time, you will understand with tears of relief why there was so much insistence that you listen to this message today. Becoming part of this faith community isn't just joining an online space. It's placing yourself on a radar of protective guide, seeking courageous souls, those who can be trusted to bestow the greatest blessings. By confirming your commitment to this path, you are telling the universe, I am ready for my divine instruction. You are activating a covenant of constant guidance, ensuring that no promise destined for your life is lost along the way due to inattention. If you choose to close this chapter with doubt, the opportunity will simply retreat silently. But if you step forward with determination, you will receive the most beautiful surprise prepared for you, an encounter with a soul who will honor you and treat you with the same purity with which you have always been protected from above. Take a deep breath right now. Feel that peace that touches your spirit and listen to that encouraging voice resonating within you, saying, My child, open this door. Your well-being awaits you on the other side. Tonight, when you feel that special vibration around you, look inward and whisper, Here I am. That whisper is a sacred promise. It's proof that you trust in perfect timing and the power of two people destined to restore each other. This reflection ends exactly where it began. With you, you hold the key. You carry the promise. You have been chosen by spiritual authorities and by that influential heart that already beats in time with yours. Accept this gift. Claim what is rightfully yours. Your destiny has awaited this encounter for far too long. The moment your will aligns with faith, the answer is instantaneous. That miraculous door, which we sometimes unknowingly close because of our own insecurities, swings wide open today. We've been told clearly, you no longer need to exhaust yourself. You only need to trust more deeply. This message wasn't designed to convince your logic, but to awaken your spirit, because the person who is about to enter your life has been observing your strength and tenderness from afar, admiring how you have risen after every trial with admirable grace. Prepare yourself, because the waiting is over and the time to live your peaceful reality has begun. What you are experiencing at this very moment is not a coincidence. It is a culmination of a sacred waiting. That influential person, whom destiny has placed on your same frequency, observes you with a born of the deepest respect. To the world, to the outside world, you may appear to have carried a heavy burden. But to that influential person, you are a being of immense power, someone whose resilience is their greatest strength. They feel such profound respect for you that they are even afraid to approach. They know that a light like yours is not something to be taken lightly. That is why they've been sending subtle signals, pulses of energy and coincidences, observing from afar to see if your soul was ready to answer their call. Tonight, the connection has finally been sealed spiritually. We are told that there is immense joy in the higher realms because your heart, after so long, has finally opened to this possibility of well-being. At this very moment, that person is experiencing a physical stirring, a racing heartbeat that logic cannot explain. Your decision to trust has completely changed the atmosphere surrounding you, forever intertwining your paths. The person you are about to reunite brings with them much more than a fleeting feeling. They bring a truth that will dismantle all the lies you've been led to believe about yourself in the past. Prepare yourself, because their arrival will not be like a fictional fairy tale, but rather a sacred interruption to your daily routine. It may manifest as an unexpected call, a message through an acquaintance, or absolute clarity in your thoughts. When it happens, everything will feel strangely familiar, because this is a plan your spirit accepted long before you came into this world. Heed this crucial warning. Do not attempt to analyze everything with cold logic. Do not allow overthinking to block the flow of this blessing. Simply open yourself to receive. You should know that this person was also on the verge of despair. Despite their material success and solid position, they felt profoundly alone amidst the crowds, with an immense thirst for genuine and honest connection. They even went so far as to ask heaven for a definitive sign, so they wouldn't lose hope. It was at that moment that your true essence was revealed to them. But upon seeing you, they too felt fear. They wondered if someone as authentic and radiant as you could accept them with their own scars and the shadows of their past. The real reason for their hesitation wasn't indifference, but the fear of not being accepted by you. They have been silently pleading for you to have the sensitivity to see beyond their outward appearance and recognize their true souls. For that reason, your steps have been guided to this message, so that you may prepare your inner self and receive them not with a judgment of your past experiences, but with the understanding of your renewed spirit. The fact that you're still here, listening attentively to every word, is proof that you possess the necessary openness for what's to come. Heaven isn't just watching you. Today it recognizes your worth. As we share this reflection, in the spiritual realms, an encounter is being orchestrated, one that others will call coincidence, but which we know is perfect synchronicity. Paths are aligning, and time is rearranging itself, so that both of you coincide at the precise moment. You will recognize this person by a familiarity that defies all logic. You will feel your body relax for no apparent reason. The incessant noise of your worries fade away, and your soul, in a whisper you cannot deny, tell you, I know you. When this person speaks, you will not be hearing mere words. You will be hearing an ancient memory brought back to life to give you peace. We are given vital advice for this very moment. Don't let the shadows of your past or your old wounds drive you to run away. It's natural for your mind to try to protect you by saying, this is too good to be true, or it's not the right time yet. However, I ask you to listen to your spirit, which will be shouting loudly, it's finally happening. Trust that primal instinct. This influential person hasn't been sent to repeat your old stories of pain, but to act as your shield, to raise your vibration, and to heal those corners of your being that you've kept hidden for years. But there is something even deeper you must understand. You are also their medicine. They carry an inner emptiness that only someone with your kindness, your presence, and your unique way of seeing life can heal. It wasn't superficial interest that captivated them. It was the light with which you pierced the darkness that took their breath away. By remaining present to this point in our reflection, you have demonstrated a faith that has become the master key to unlocking the final door of this process. The heaviness has faded, and now a radiant joy has fell on the spiritual plane because you have made a decision that changes all your future possibilities. By choosing trust, you have activated a sudden alignment where past delays transform into perfect arrivals. That person who dreams of you will be shown the exact moment to manifest in your reality, and you will know it. You will know it in that sacred silence that will occur when your eyes meet, that profound silence of two souls who, after walking long distances, have finally found a home. Understand this clearly. If there was distance before, it wasn't due to a lack of genuine interest. It was because your light inspired a respect that bordered on fear, not in a negative way, but in the way that absolute clarity impresses someone who has lived for a long time in the shadows. Your energy felt too authentic, too powerful. They weren't used to feeling at home with someone so immediately. But today, that resistance has completely vanished. The message has been delivered, and your spirit has already received it. Heaven is witness to this pact of well-being. Now, simply observe. Calmly observe how the pieces of your life begin to fall into place with a speed that will surprise you. Your destiny is not something waiting in the distant future. It is happening right now, in this very second of connection. The depth they saw in you was unlike anything they had ever known. Upon meeting you, their world was shaken to its core. They began to question every superficial relationship and every plan built on shaky foundations. They understood that to walk beside you, they would have to be as honest as you are. This is described to us as the holy pause, that divine trembling a soul experiences when, after a long time, it finally looks into its true reflection. That's the real reason for their initial doubts. However, something profoundly changed within them. They were allowed to feel, even if only for an instant, what your permanent absence would mean in their lives, and that emptiness was more devastating than any material loss they had ever faced. It was a tearing of the soul. In the intimacy of their solitude, where no one could judge them, tears welled up at the prospect of being by your side. And you, deep within your being, have also felt that echo, haven't you? That constant whisper that someone special is on the way. Have no doubt, it's them. It is confirmed that this message has been sealed in the higher realms. The timeline is unfolding right now, and well-being has ceased to be a distant promise, becoming a present and tangible reality. If you feel these words are speaking directly to your spirit, hold a sign of gratitude within and prepare yourself. You are activating your entry into an unprecedented season of harmony. But there's a confession you must hear, something that was kept secret until your spirit was strong enough. This highly influential person almost chose a different path, not out of lack of affection for you, but because the other option seemed easier and safer. You, on the other hand, represented a challenge to their truth. Your gaze pierced their defenses and saw their deepest wounds and their true essence. That frightened them, because at that moment they didn't feel worthy of such pure clarity. After an intense inner struggle, they have finally understood the truth. You didn't come into their lives to expose their vulnerability, but to be the channel of their restoration. Now they long to return to you, but they were looking for a sign that the door to your heart was still open. This reflection we share today is that sign. Your perseverance and faith are considered your greatest act of trust before heaven. It is revealed to us that they are attuned to your energy at this very moment. Very soon they will approach you with an honest proposal. When this happens, do not let doubt stop you or ask yourself, why me? Simply give thanks with humility, for what they bring is not just a deep feeling. They bring provision and stability. They possess the connections and the favor necessary for your hidden talents, your life purpose, and your overall well-being to begin manifesting with overwhelming force. Once your energies unite, what was once a struggle will become natural, and what was stagnant will begin to flow under the grace of the heavens. Everything that seemed at a standstill has received a direct order to move forward. A profound peace is felt as you prepare for what is to come. The time for tears is past, giving way to a hope that resonates throughout your being. When two souls destined to meet finally recognize each other, the entire world celebrates in perfect harmony. Doors that were once locked with 1,000 padlocks now swing wide open. I want to give you one last insight, so you can walk with absolute certainty. In this week that begins, you'll experience an unusual phenomenon. It may be a reflection in the mirror where you see yourself in a renewed light, or the gaze of a stranger who. You will know the process is complete when an inexplicable peace envelopes you. You may feel a warm presence behind you, a whisper of encouragement, or a sudden warmth in your hands that you cannot explain. If tears flow for no apparent reason, do not hold them back. It is a final confirmation that the spiritual connection has been established. Heaven will not allow you to miss this encounter, but it requires that you honor this sacred moment with your full attention. If you choose to revert to the old version of yourself, to that person who doubted their own worth, the sign will fade. This is a final warning, but also the beginning of your true story. Now, I ask you to perform an act of power. Place your hand on your heart, take a deep breath, and whisper to yourself, I accept my destiny. I am ready. I remember who I am. Come to me. As you speak these words, something ancient will awaken within you. An immense joy will rise above you as you witness your faith pass a test. You were never alone, never abandoned. Every desert you crossed was a necessary preparation for this miracle that is now knocking at your door. A new vitality fills your spirit, a sacred anticipation, because your time is not in 10 years nor next month. It is now. You'll be surprised to discover the real reason why that successful and influential person didn't come into your life sooner. It wasn't human obstacles, but resistance on the unseen plane. The shadows feared your light because they know that when the two of you unite, the healing you will bring about will be so powerful that it will positively impact many people around you. The day they sensed you in spirit, they felt an immediate purpose, but they also faced challenges in reaching you. That's why the world tried to distract you, why the path was so difficult and made you doubt your gifts. Something sacred was trying to reach you, and today, finally, it has. Herein lies a true miracle. You didn't give up. You maintained your kindness. You remained open, and now, you receive the reward that your perseverance has patiently cultivated. This message has reached you for a reason that transcends chance. You are not here by accident. You are guided by a higher power that knows your struggles and your deepest desires. This encounter has been ordained to invite you to a space of absolute protection and blessing, a place where well-being is not the exception, but the everyday language of those who walk with confidence. The truth you receive today is as simple as it is powerful. When you answer this call, blessings cease to be isolated events and become a constant stream that multiplies in every area of your life. At this very moment, you are being granted access to spiritual guidance that is usually hidden from the world, a circle of wisdom intended only for those who are ready to see their processes accelerate and their doors open under divine authority. Your transformation has already begun and will not stop as long as you remain aligned with the light. To ensure this flow of revelations continues to arrive at your doorstep, I invite you to take a step of faith forward. I've left a special invitation for you in the description of this video, a place where we will delve deeper into these teachings so that you will never lack the guidance your destiny calls for. If you feel this message has been a balm to your spirit and you wish to support this mission of hope, you will also find ways to do so. Every gesture of support helps this light reach more souls who, like you, are waiting for its sign. Don't let the noise of the world drown out this sacred frequency. Confirm your presence on this path of light by liking this post, subscribing to seal your commitment to your own growth, and writing in the comments, I accept to walk in the divine light. By doing so, you send a clear signal to the universe that you are ready to receive all that has been prepared for you. Your well-being is active. Your path is clear.